What's up, Cancer? Well, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Cancer season. I feel like this year has been moving by like crazy quick, super fast. Like we're already here in June, and you know, just moving out of, we're still kind of on this Gemini cusp a little bit. It is June 24th. We are like slowly moving out of this Gemini fast, mutable air energy into cardinal water. Cardinal water, Cancer season. The weather is one thing that I want to point out. Um, I know the weather has its own mind and its own way of doing things, but the weather has just been so like Cancer, hot and cold. You really just don't know what the day is gonna bring. You don't know if we're gonna have rain. You don't know if we're gonna have snow. You don't know if we're gonna have goddamn sun. You just like the weather's been so unpredictable. It's been a lot of rain too. I've noticed this year. It's just a lot of like rain pouring. A lot of I'm burning Palo Santo and this incense called Ancient Times of Ancient. What's it called? Perfumes of Ancient Times. Um, Also, before I go into this reading, I wanted to call in this spider crab totem into this reading. This spider came yesterday. I don't know where the fuck this spider came from, y'all. It's all white. And I looked it up, and it looks like it might be a spider crab. That's what it looks like. It has a booty, and it has like 3 or 4 little dots on the booty. And then it has a couple arms that it just keeps stretched. It's just, the arms are just stretched out, like just open and out. And I've never seen a spider to just be so, just arms like stretched, like wings just open. And it's at the highest point of my altar. It's on the top. I have peacock tails around my altar, and it's at the highest point of the altar. It's like a velvet, not a velvet, but like a violet, maroon peacock, and it's at the top of it, and it just has its arms just like stretched open, like what's up, what's up, what's good, Um, but other than that, this season, Cancer season, as a Cancer moon, spreading this good word of my love for astrology and what's going on in the world, because astrology really is, our movements. It is our life. It's our solar energy. We navigate off the moon phases and the stars and the planets and things like that. So for this, it's a very shamanistic month. You know, we hear about Cancer seasons previously in the previous years, and there's like, oh, everything's gonna be so emotional and so this and so that and this and this. And yes, Cancer does involve the rawest point of where your emotions, you able to be vulnerable, you able to be open and express how you feel about things. Yes, but we are in the North Node in Cancer year. We are stepping into the soul of it all, the spirit of it all. You know what I mean? When we leave it, when we leave Gemini, and we're figuring out and getting little glimpses of the truth. The messages come in about like what the truth really is and what path we really need to be on. Cancer follows up and is just like, okay, now my soul, now that I have this truth, now I have a glimpse of what the truth could look like, what the truth really is, what the truth is really bringing to me. The soul, Cancer is the soul of it all. The newest version of myself in this new life and this new journey, this destiny that's always been set for me. I can see now. The veil it was interesting because in Gemini season I never saw so much fog, and I'm in Chicago, so I mean, you know, give or take. But I saw so much fog in Gemini season, and I'm like, this is not for nothing. The fog was not for nothing. The fog, because we weren't able to see everything. We weren't able to see the truth of the matter. We were getting glimpses of what the truth could be. We're getting like little, like I said, little tidbits of here and now. The spider's on the very top as I'm speaking. I want to watch the spider as I do this reading because I feel like me and the spider are connected in some kind of way. Of course, a rainy storm, but still, we're definitely connected. But, you know, Cancer season is now bringing this truth out. We are going to be hitting things on the nail this month in regards to our truth, in regards to the places that we want to go, and now it's like taking off that veil, you know, removing the veil and clearly seeing the truth of it all. You know, my soul needs this in order to thrive. My soul, I crave this. Like, I need, in order for me to be able to do what it is that I need to do for me, what Cancer needs to do for them, in order for the ocean, in order for the waves to be cycling us through these waters and purifying our spirits and purifying our souls and clearing these past things that have kept us at shore. This is the season, y'all. Before we step into Leo season, before we step into Mercury and Leo, before we step into Venus and Cancer. You know, we in Venus and Gemini now. Before we step into Venus and Cancer, before we step into what's the other? Venus, Mercury. What else is going to be moving this not this week, but the start of next week? It's Venus, Mercury, and Mars. Mars is going to be moving into Leo the first week of July. So before we step into like this, because we're going to be experiencing like the moon and the sun and the moon, the dark and the light, the yin and the yang. Before we step into this energy, this week things are going to have to be solidified, and it's only going to be able to be solidified between you and you. Just you and you. Whatever direction, whatever path, whatever project, whatever thing, person, whatever things that you need to get clarity with, make sure you get clarity with this week before we fully step into Cancer season. Because I promise y'all, nothing is the same. Nothing is going to be the same. Your heart, your spirit has to be in this. There's no logic in the things that you can do in this world and the things that you can do in this life. The logic and analytical and having all the thing, you know, the check marks. You could try. I'm gonna laugh at y'all, but you could try. You could think that that's gonna get you to where you want to be, but it's not. It's an illusion. That is an illusion of what we're stepping into right now, and the life that is being created through these portals that are opening, through your dreams, through people that you speak with, through the signs that you see every single day in front of you that you probably miss every single day. But nothing will be the same, y'all. Nothing is about to be the same. Everything is vastly changing before our eyes. And at this point, the boat that I've been talking about is now complete. Now it's time to choose where you want to sail to. With who? With what? And how? What what does the journey look like that you're selling to now? You know, are you gonna go back to the things that got your boat on the side of the fucking, you know, ocean in the first place, all broken up and bandaged and looking fucked up? You could barely, you know what I mean? You could barely get the damn boat out, you know what I mean, of shore without the bitch breaking down. Do you want to go back down that path? Do you want to go back down that path? The path that broke the boat up in the first place? The path that had the boat looking like shit? Now? Do you want to go back down that way? It was like sharks, you know, with them T heads, the sharks with the heads, the sledgehammers, or whatever the fuck they call. Do you want to go back to where the fucking sharks is beating against your shit? Literally banging their heads against that shit? Motherfucking pirates and all types of other, you know, people who don't even know you for shit, you know, taking bombs and blowing them on your fucking boat, trying to sink your ship? Do you want to go back down that path? I don't think so. I mean, if you do this, there's a lot of people out there that will go back down that path without even realizing that they're going back down that path. But you, oh, the storm fields, our storm fields, we can weather any goddamn thing. It's a choice. You got to make a choice, my friends. You got to make a choice. It's time to make a choice. There is no mulling over. Oh, maybe. That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago is when we were, you know, these past 2 years is when we was like, oh, well, maybe I could do it this way. Maybe I could do it that way. Nah, son. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. There is no more going back and forth about this new path. You make a choice.